Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. I hope you're having a great day. Today's Minecraft video is a brand new update Q&A episode. Now it's been a little bit of time since I've done this, but since the Village and Pillage update has released, you, me, and everybody in the Minecraft community were like, what is next? So I kind of want to take the time to talk about the future of Minecraft, the future updates, what we could possibly be expecting. I want you guys to leave your questions down below in the comment section regarding future updates or future features, or should this be introduced, should that be introduced. Leave it down below in the comment section. And thank you to everybody who left a question on the last Q&A episode. We had like 700 comments. Now, I asked you a question in that video and I left it in the poll above me. Always answer the poll. I simply said, what update would you like? Either a cave update or combat version 2. Now, 65% voted the the cave update, and 34% voted the combat version 2. Now, we know for a fact the combat version 2 update is going to be happening. This was announced during a creator summit last year by Jeb, that they would be reworking the villages, which we got the Village and Pillage update, and that they would be reworking the combat system because nobody on Java likes it, the delayed hitting, etc. Hasn't made it to Pocket Edition or the Bedrock version yet, but we know a combat update is coming. And everybody in the community, Reddit, social media, YouTube, everybody wants a cave update. So I do think this is going to be an update coming at some point, but the question is what update is going to be next. But most people really want to see a cave update. Now, I want to bring something to your attention that somebody brought to my attention. Watch this video clip very, very carefully. Now, in this video clip, you will see something in the background being thrown by the clerk. He's at the back on the left. He throws one redstone. Then he throws blue stone, which is just a blue version of the redstone. I'll play it a couple of times and then I will freeze the video. Now, this is the official Village and Pillage trailer. Why would they do this? It's definitely not the blue dye, because that's not what blue dye looks like. It's definitely not lapis. It's not the shape. It's the exact same shape as redstone, but it's blue. Is this an Easter egg? Is this going to be a teaser for the next update? A blue stone could be some form of ore introduced to the game. Now, when somebody brought this to my attention, I did a little bit of research about this, and what I found out is people were explaining, or a couple of people, or 2 or 3 people left a comment saying that this was a joke reference from Notch many years ago. Now, I looked around on the internet, I looked around on social media, and I couldn't find anything in regards to this reference linking to Notch at all. So why is that in there? You know, it's one of those questions. Why would they do this? Hopefully, it's going to be linked to a cave update. Found it incredibly interesting. So I want to step away from that, and I want to move into the next thing in today's video. As you all know, during the Minecon 2018, us as the community got to vote for one biome that would be updated first. That was the Mega Taiga biome. We got berries, we got foxes, there may have been one other change, but there was 3 different biomes that we got to vote between. The Mega Taiga, the Savannah, and the Desert. The developers said that all of the features that were previewed during Minecon will eventually be introduced in the future updates. Could that signify a biomes update going forward? Well, it's definitely highly possible. We could be blown out and it could not be a cave update. It could not be a combat update. It might not be a nether update. It could be a biomes update. So going back to Minecon 2017, we got to vote between 4 mobs. The Phantom, the mob that disenchants things, we had the Blaze King and the Squid. Now, the Phantom was introduced and the other 3 were completely gone, never to be introduced to the game. Nobody liked that because people wanted all of those mobs and they didn't do any of them apart from the Phantom, which sucks, and I really hate the Phantom. I'm so salty that that thing was introduced. But the biomes that they announced during 2018 will be introduced to the game. So what have we got to look forward to, and when is it going to be introduced? Well, the first one we have right here, this is the Desert. So the Desert is going to be introducing meerkats. So yes, they will be introduced at some point, and palm trees. They will be officially introduced at some point in the near future. Is that going to be a part of the update coming this year? It's not going to be really linked to a combat update. It's not going to be really linked to a cave update. So is it going to be a separate new biomes update? Which, by the way, I would not disapprove. I would be very happy if there was a biomes update v2. The next one we have here, this is, of course, the savannah. We're going to get giant savannah trees. They are huge. The developer said that these are going to be some of the biggest trees in the game, besides having the jungle trees. Ostriches, who will bury their heads in the ground. So there's another mob being introduced. And termites. These are coming, but it's a matter of when they're going to be introduced. I noticed a lot of people in the comments were like, Echo, has everybody forgot about the other features that are announced during Minecon? No, I definitely haven't forgot about them. So I want to answer this question to start off with. CJ, I thought that Mojang is planning to release all about the biomes update, and it makes a little bit more sense. It would make sense to get a biomes update following Minecon. But does that mean that they're going to introduce lots of new things to the current biomes in the game? Changes to the plains, changes to the mesa, changes to snowy biomes. You know, there's so many possible different changes that could be introduced to those separate biomes. It actually starts to make sense. Is it going to be a biomes update? And the more I think about it, the more it does make sense to get a biomes update. But does the biomes update combine with a cave update? Because at the start of the video, I showed you guys the bluestone. You know, there's so many things going around in my head. But the first question from CJ, he's been keeping track. We got the other announcements of those biomes, but we haven't heard anything about those since. The next question we have here from Galactic Q&A. As a builder / map maker, will the map waypoints, flags, will they ever be added in Bedrock? So I did a video like a week or 2 weeks ago. There's about 20, 25 to 30 features, possibly even more, missing from Minecraft Bedrock that the Java has and Minecraft Console Edition has. One of those features is an aquatic feature, which is the waypoints. You know what? They would be absolutely brilliant for seed showcases if they introduce waypoints. Are they coming? Eventually. When? I don't know, because we're still missing so many things. Hardcore, amplified, custom flats, the waypoints. We're missing item frames on the floor. There is so many things. We're still missing the foxes. We're still missing the... what's the cow called? The brown mushroom. Because that's how you get the suspicious stews, which I don't think are on the Bedrock version, unless they're in creative. Or you can find them. I don't think you can craft them. So they will eventually be introduced, Galactic, but as of when, I couldn't tell you, man. The list goes on and on and on and on. I kind of sometimes worry that they forgot about them. Anyway, the next one from Spoon. Lovely name. I have a question. Will scripting, like the one used in the Graveyard add-on, come to iOS and Android? And, like, be able to do scripting stuff in the add-on? Okay, so... scripting is a form of add-on kind of creation. We started with the basic add-ons, just customizing current mobs in the game. It then started to advance a little bit more, where you could go from customizing that mob. So, for example, if you wanted to have a duck and a chicken, you would have to edit the chicken in order to get a duck. So now you can have the same spawn egg, so one chicken and one duck spawn egg. You can spawn them separately. At this current moment, we have the beta 1.12, and in that version, you can edit and customize biomes along with introduce your own blocks. I showed you in the beta, I had the goo block, and when you ate the goo, it made you like disoriented, nausea, and if you ate the full block, it would kill you kind of thing. So customization and scripts like the Graveyard add-on, yes, they will be happening at some point. It's still pretty early stages of scripting, but as the updates go along, they become more important and they get better. Eventually, modding and scripting and add-ons, they will be like the Java version. Fully custom mod packs. We just gotta be patient because they had to redesign their engine, which I believe is the same engine for the shaders. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. I wouldn't expect it this year, maybe next year. That's how long it's gonna take to create this. The next question from JB Q&A. What do you think about a Tinker's update, Cave update, Combat update version 2? For me, if it's a Tinker's update, because the fletching and smithing table is considered as a tinking blocks, and having more ore for more weapons and tool upgrades. So for everybody who doesn't know what the Tinker's mod is, as you guys can see here, Tinker's construct adds new ores through world generation, including aluminium, aluminum if you're American, cobalt and ardite. These can be processed in the smeltery and multi-block structures to make more advanced tool parts. They can be processed in other mods machines if another one bites the dust mod is installed. So basically, the Tinker's mod's been around on Minecraft PC for a long time. It adds more ores, more tools, more upgrades, and so much more. We know as Minecraft players, we start off with wood, then we go to stone, then we go to iron, then we go to diamond. Once we get diamond, that's it. You've got diamonds, you've kind of maxed out your tools. So this offers more abilities for your tools as you progress through the game. You don't get maxed out and then you're kind of like, okay, what do I do now? It basically gives you more abilities for your tools, which I think would be a cool idea. Do I think something like this would be introduced? Not anytime soon, unfortunately. It's a great idea. I would definitely love to see the ores concept, though. The aluminium, the cobalt, and ardite. That would be great. Or something somewhat similar. Or the bluestone, which we've seen at the start of the video. The next question from Miss Streaks. Literally what I've been waiting for so long. A Q&A. Thank you, Echo. Q&A. How do you think Combat version 2 will work? Is it going to be completely revamped? The combat and won't be anything similar to the old one? Bedrock spam ? So, the Java combat is very different from the Bedrock community. The Java has the delayed hitting, and the community hates it. I think they're going to make it optional. The delayed hitting will be there, but there will be an option to turn it off so you can get the spam hitting, or they're going to do something completely wild and completely different. I remember when the combat version, the new combat update was introduced, the developers were like, oh, people will get used to it like they did with the enchantments and redstone. Even to this day, so many Java players won't go past 1.8 or 1.7 because they don't like that system at all. They haven't even experienced the new updates because they don't like the combat at all. So I think they're going to do a lot of testing. There'll be a lot of snapshots. There'll be a lot of feedback. I think they're going to make it a little bit more balanced. I think they'll make shields like the Bedrock version where when you crouch, you block rather than like constantly having your shield all the way up. Because if you right click on your PC, you've constantly got your shield up and you can guard, attack. They're going to rebalance it. But it'll be interesting to see how they do it because I think it's going to be kind of like a tough thing for them to do for the community. But great question. Next one from Brian the Trainer. Do you think they should add a headless horseman to introduce zombie horses? Because it'd be perfect, like a zombie with a carved pumpkin wielding an iron shovel or axe while riding the zombie horse. And do you think undead horses should have horse armor too? I think they should definitely have horse armor. And I definitely think this could be some form of concept of getting the zombie horse in the game. It took them so many years to get this skeleton horse introduced to the game, but we still don't have the zombie horse. It's in creative only, but why? Give us some form of way to obtain a zombie horse. Maybe they've been saving it for all this time for the future, but give us the zombie horse. Give us something to do with it. But anyway, that's the majority of the questions. So I'm going to end this with a question from one of you guys. Dylan. Q&A, do you think we need a Redstone update version 2? And that's my question for all of you guys. Would you like to see a Redstone update version 2? And if you did see a Redstone update version 2, what would you like to see in it? Like, what changes would you like to see? Would you like to see vertical redstone? Redstone on the ceiling? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'm really curious. Apart from that, guys, all your questions, leave them down below. Thank you, everyone who took part in leaving questions. I can't answer them all, especially when we have like 700 comments. Try and leave one question per comment. You can ask multiple questions, but just make different posts. Anyway, take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.